but it's first blood nonetheless here for Liquid.
Saw the Void stance even coming out there from the Brewmaster for the extra slow. Nisha trying to scout stuff out. We'll just jump away. So yeah, getting that first blood. Haven't seen Crit really play the Batrider too much. This is actually his first one this tournament. He used to play it a lot, even in earlier this year, but it did get some nerfs, and he hasn't touched it. And now he's at the skill Firefly level 1, which is usually not the thing you want to get. You usually want to either have Flame Break or have that sticky Napalm to secure the lane. So see if that has any type of repercussion for how Amar is going to end up doing versus this SF and this Jakiro lane. And yeah, Liquid overall, they had a pretty explosive game. So let's see how Falcons kind of just adapt in that early game so they can make it to some of these later stages.
Get the jump over towards Mickey. They're going to try for this.
Got the speed up.
Indeed, Boxy able to buff Mickey up, get him the movement speed to keep his distance. Skeeter on the other side of the map. He's getting chased down. Liquid, they're going to get themselves a second kill, whilst the rest of Falcons were trying to chase for a kill themselves, but unsuccessfully. Falcons 2-0 to start this one off, going the way of Liquid.
Yep, and they are doing the switch up of the lanes. So Insania, he is avoiding that matchup of bottom. He is going up toward top versus the Enchantress with the Brew. It's a strong lane either way with the Brew and the Jakiro. Just we'll see how much the Ench snaking can do to just protect Skeeter in this one. And bottom, it's a strong lane too. It's a Marcy SF. This is not something to laugh at by any means. It's a hero that can provide quite a lot for Shadow Fiend.
Oh, for sure.
And something I was looking at perhaps with this Marcy pick also is just getting the sidekick buff up always for the SF could allow him to just fight back through some of these heroes that can sometimes be annoying. So yeah, we'll have to see how all that does kick off. And see, as also, the other thing we do have to mention is the priority of Pangolier. Last game, it made it all the way to the last pick. Maureen, they went back to just snap picking it for him.
Yeah, I mean, with the hero being shown off the way it was last game by Nisha, deservedly so, having this prioritized earlier in the draft. You know, Maureen can also give us a crazy game on it.
Yep. And right away, he's already off to a 3-3 start. Does get the deny onto that range creep there. Very nicely done, pulling the aggro. Yeah, something about the puck, you know, in the early game, your base damage is pretty low, in particular to be able to get these guaranteed CS versus these universal heroes who just go the stats.
Snaking. The slow coming in from Skeeter to hold back 33, and the heals are out from Snaking.
And we'll see how Nisha does in this matchup, because this does not feel easy for him at all. Maureen's really taking advantage of... He's doing something pretty cool. So I've seen a lot of these heroes picked lately versus the Pango to try to dodge the shield crashes and stuff like that. I've seen like the phase shift, even some Void Spirits. He's not doing the double jump. He's doing the single jumps just to connect the damage onto Nisha, which is pretty cool. There's little things to point out in the lane that maybe could give him that edge. Another range creep deny. That is quite a bit of them. I think that's 2 of them, at least 2.
Beautiful, beautiful start from him so far here. I mean, overall,
Crit.
He's get buffed up here by Amar, and we'll allow him to get out. As you say, definitely big kill potential from Liquid if they are able to find the setup with the Marcy to line up the raises from Mickey.
Yeah, that's also why perhaps they did want this Legion Commander. Maybe they expected the flex that could come out and stuff. They do have the Dispel versus these raises and stuff on top of everything too. So even if they do get a couple stacks, you can Dispel and perhaps go aggressive. So far, Amar farming very nicely down here. And Nisha struggling. Be a time for him to catch up once he starts getting some more stat items in particular versus the Pango. Yeah, Maureen. Gonna have a good start on the Pangolier. And he just keeps landing. I think he's landed every shield crash on him, actually. Another one where he does the single shield crash and hits him. He's at up.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing it in the CS, as you say, just how much Nisha's suffering in this matchup.
Yeah, although he's not playing versus the most of disables in the game, they can itemize, as I was mentioning. You know, the Orchid that we've seen popularized on these Pangos a lot when you play versus the puck. Another range creep deny. How many was that? I think that was 4 or 5. I mean, I think he's gotten like at least 4 or 5 of these range creep denies. Like, pretty crazy stuff already. Seeing the difference in levels already. He's got a half level advantage almost.
Top lane, 33. Continue to farm pretty well, but again, for this lane, you know, denies coming in from Skeeter.
Definitely quite a lot of them
10
there.
denies in this lane.
A lot of denies across the board. We have 26 denies just on the course. Insania.
Put the blood grenade down here, Snaking. He's looking to try and chase for the kill, but stick charges are there for Insania. Don't quite have damage to take him out.
I have to keep just... I'm keeping my eyes on bottom because it feels like a kill could come out in pretty quickly in any moments if they do make some type of missteps. Mickey has prioritized boots nice and early on, so does have the way to reset away from the repositioning that comes out from the Batrider.
Yeah, difficult to get on top of this Essa.
Drab Amar back.
Get some of the raises out.
Dispel.
Dispel, and that will keep him safe. Now Crit trying to fight back. He's got the Firefly in onto Boxy. Boxy, he's got to
stick
pretty low, and they've got a few more raises ready to throw back out. So Boxy will be kept safe. Both teams falling pretty low, though, between the two of them. Got 4 of them in that bottom lane.
Skitter now getting aggressive. We're going on him, 33. It's the clap. Is it enough healing?
It's like he's trying to do his best here to block them off. 33's taking a lot of damage in return. A stick charge.
Another seed shot.
Has he got enough damage in? Not quite. 33 will live.
But protecting is scary, getting those heals up onto him, Skeeter. They're out of regen up here for now. Yeah, they actually have no regen up here anymore for Skeeter. So Skeeter does have to be a little cautious of the next potential go since 33 is resetting. He's healing up with a healing salve. So eyes on the Troll Warlord's HP. Let's see, Snay does get another one of these Warpine Raiders to try to get this harassment again. Insania.
Far up. Maybe feeling that they can come towards snaking them. As soon as they're level 2 heal now.
Yep. I like keep eyes. I mean, we see a lot of this, of course. Just Raindrop. Just all stat into Raindrop just so you can tank through that burst damage that could potentially hurt the Enchantress. Skeeter's still staying very, very low, but getting this good CS. Insane amount of denies. 31 denies across the board here for the side of Falcons. And now at the moment it's what? 19, I think, if my math is quick, on the cores on the side of Team Liquid. So yeah, prioritizing on lane a lot here as Malrine glyphs the mid. He's got the 6. So Power Rune, see how they look to contest it versus this Pango.
It's been a much stronger opening from Falcons this time round. Insania is going to try and TP out. Not make it. Malrine not able to get him with enough burst before so. But yeah, much stronger performance here from Falcons in the lanes here. Game 2.
Yeah, you heard it from Aoi in particular, right? They went for something a little bit more standard, stuff that they have played before. Even though I said that Crit hasn't played it in this tournament, he has played the bat quite a bit, you know, in comparison to... They did try that AA, which was a little bit of a reach that they wanted to go for here, and now just trying to re-establish things in the lanes. 2 kills for Liquid, but the lanes, as we said, for Falcons, looking good.
Now that Nisha and Malrine have hit the 6s, definitely chance for plays to be made around the side lanes. I mean, would you imagine that's kind of where these mids are going to be looking, or could either team bring a support to the mid lane to try and gang?
I think Nisha more than likely wants to play around bottom, but there's definitely potential for something like Boxy getting a TP in. If they can break the coil, in particular with the Dispose, then maybe they have enough to be able to bring down Malrine. It's not easy, though, because these Pangos just are quite tanky nowadays. They go for this Bracer into just treads, and they have like 1400 HP very early on. Snaking, making this rotation that he likes to do on the edge. Mickey has read it, but the heals, they're enough.
Mars able to keep Snaking safe. See him turning back over towards him. Gets the stun set up onto Mickey, and he's going to try for some body blocks, but Mickey's able to get round the Centaur and get out.
He'll get the Obs Ward, though, Snay, and he will look to continue pressuring this. Zone the SF off from the wave. It's a nice move. Sometimes we do see even Skeeter make the move through that portal for Falcons at the 7-minute mark with Snaking. This time he is sticking himself up top. So they're trying to take advantage of that, trying to bully the Troll. Can they get enough damage onto him, though?
See Skeeter. He's got one charges to play with. At the turn with a slow 1 to 33. 1 charge is out for Skeeter. He won't be dove here. A little bit worried about the threat of backup coming in for him.
Yeah, nicely done. The Skeeter even surviving the potential go. Liquid trying to take advantage of that movement that comes out from the edge. Malrine makes the move bottom this tower. It's going to go down. So now they'll have easier ways to invade versus this SF. So this lane has definitely gone pretty well.
They're going to set up Dream Coil to just try and find some action here as they go for Crit. They'll try and Firefly away, but Foxy's got the control necessary. As they'll slowly but surely bring the Bat Rider down. So 3rd kill to be found, but the slow start continues, and the farm for Falcons, it goes completely untouched.
Yeah, but Nisha has completely recovered after that. You know, Malrine made the move bottom, and now Nisha is actually 200 gold ahead of him with just that move and just getting these extra CS, plus working on that stack that he was doing just below him in that mid lane. So a pretty good recovery, even though they did lose that. Getting some kills.
Yep. How'd you like this build from 33, right, where he goes for the mech rush on the Brew?
I think we're going to see this more in pretty much every game of the Brews. As we saw from gaming, this just seems like the winning strategy for it. Snake.
Driving in for Snaking. 33 does have the split if he wants to commit to the fight.
The
for 2 of them, it's a tough one to take. In fact, he may be forced to use it to get out. We'll see how much he's ready to rely on the movement speed provided by Boxy.
He's way too fast.
Indeed, it's too much for Malrine to chase.
The Drunken Master.
zooming around. Nisha is going to start to get a bit of pressure onto the mid tower. Mickey. The more awkward for him to find spots to farm here, indeed, with the early tier 1 being taken.
They have their ultis at the ready here, so even though Maureen makes a rotation top, doesn't find a successful rotation with the Rolling Thunder, Liquid can look to punish. And something we do definitely have to talk about for Liquid is they have some incredible wombo combo team fight. They've got the Dream Coil with the SF ulti to break it. They've got the Brewmaster as well, plus Jakiro to follow up. It's a lot of team fight. So sometimes in these fights, it could just be overwhelming for Falcons.
Looking for a fight around here. They're going to get the Dream Core down onto the two of them. Do they have to follow up damage? Mars coming in from the side. He's ready to start the fight.
Falcons got the numbers.
Onto Insane here. He's able to successfully win the duel. 33 is attempting to fight back, looking towards Crit. Crit's up the high ground with the Firefly. Boxy's able to jump up, throw him back over his shoulders. Crit, he continues to be stuck in a bit of an awkward spot. Mickey, he's going to be able to walk across. Crit, I don't think he's getting out of this. It's a good effort from Crit to try and survive.
Nice try.
But he will fall. They get the kill. 1 for 1. Falcons, they take that duel damage, though.
Yep, they bring, what, 4 heroes? Maybe even the 5th was rotating. Oh, no, just 4. 4 heroes to rotate over to counteract Liquid's there. Not quite having the levels on the Jakiro right now.
Yeah.
Actually didn't even check who got the Wisdoms this time around. Sorry about that.
The CMR record has not been bad. And the Legion Commander, they're going to try for the setup into the Requiem here. A couple of raises to come in. Not quite enough to kill Amar off, though.
Big new catches Boxy, too. That actually almost brings him down. It's pretty huge.
And in terms of sort of the timings for the safe lane SF on Mickey, what part of the progress on the build are you really looking to get involved? Do you get this Mask of Madness, then the next time, and then are you fighting? Like, do you really try and fight with the Mask of Madness alone?
Because of the sidekick, maybe, but what level is it? It might only be level 1. You always want to max the rebound. Yeah, it's level 1, so... Like maybe when he gets Dragonlance with it, could be some type of timing. Okay. I mean, they're probably going to look to fight around whenever he has Requiem in particular.
Sure. Yeah, they've got a good setup for it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, though. Tower pressure mid.
Yeah, Falcons, they're getting away with a lot of this push. You know, they took the very early tier 1 tower bottom, and indeed now in the mid lane, nearly being able to bring that one down as well.
Yeah, power of the Enchantress is Mar will tip 33. Wonder what that one was for. Maybe because he didn't show up for a kill yet with the Brewmaster split or something. Who knows? You know, the mind games always will be there. And I know you like this, that Mask of Madness on the SF.
I do. I like
it. It feels great to be able to farm from camp to camp. And even when you fight.
When we've been seeing safe lane SFs, have they been going for this build, or do you still get safe lane SFs doing the Yashikaya?
Have we had a safe lane?
In any games?
I mean, we probably had one. I could go back and look at all of it, but I can't remember if we have seen one. I think we've only really seen the Yashikaya or the Blink and even some duels and stuff from like the mids, but
yeah.
Power Rune. Nisha, there's a lasso.
Oh, they have. They've got him grabbed with the lasso into the duel.
Nicely done.
Yeah, they're getting some nice wins here. Amar, couple of duels, couple of successes. He's getting the plus damage.
Yeah, getting the kills early on the puck are definitely important, too, to be able to get the itemization and stuff to catch him, since there could be some limited disables later. Insania.
He can't run away from this. Caught by the shield crash of Mallory. A double kill for the Panga.
Falcons playing fast this game.
Much better than game 1.
And in the meanwhile, it is Skitter just farming top, and he is going to go down the route of this Maelstrom build, so he wants to look to fight early. The Gleipnir, probably the choice, of course, too. So it does feel like Falcons have kind of switched the mold a little bit this game, just looking to pressure a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously a fan of the right-click SF, but I do have some doubts. I have some doubts.
I don't blame you. Sometimes it can be very vulnerable versus, especially something like a Pango who can just roll in on top of you. And if you don't have BKB, it can look weird. And sometimes if you pop the BKB, they just reset and then kind of dance on you. So,
and it's just, even when you're doing the right-click SF, you still don't put points in Feast of Souls then, I guess.
You can put 1 point sometimes, but...
Because it's a lot of attachment, but indeed losing the 5 souls at the end feels kind of bad.
Oh, yeah, it actually reminded me. I think we did see a Tomato Shadow Fiend. Now I gotta actually look it up.
Yeah, check it out.
I'm pretty sure I saw one. Let's see what it was.
I mean, when you're doing this sort of build, Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, they're kind of essential.
Sure.
And then it's kind of up to you where you want to go after that.
Probably BKB, even though sometimes it feels like it falls flat on its face. Like, it's just you're playing versus Pango, so you feel necessary to do it. Sometimes, like I said, it just, you do it, and then it's like, wow, this was a bad choice, but sometimes it's just necessary. So I'm going through all these games to see how many. I think we actually had quite a bit of them, but it was quite a few days ago that we did.
It was earlier in the tournament, right?
Yeah. I think even maybe is this a game where I think even Beast Coast maybe ran one. Yeah, what?
Falcons are prepared for the fight around the 14-minute power rune.
contesting every single one of these runes. Nisha does find the amp damage this time.
Just a coil onto one. They'll take it.
Here comes the roll.
Take it. Backup comes in. Snaking finally gets burst.
They have the mech on 33.
They might be able to find something in return. They're going to look over towards Boxy. Boxy's going to get caught by the Rolling Thunder into the duel.
Another duel.
Another kill here for Amar.
Good move. Trade of supports, but yeah, those duels starting to rack up. Blade Mail's now finished up too. So Amar. Definitely seen that this is working. Key problem.
Key problem?
Hotkeys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this has been pretty flawless stuff from Amar so far. The last pick looking good. 2-0-1. 3 duels a success.
And we're getting, you know, a very nice, at least early, even start kind of going on here. Both teams are farming on their carries. The mid lanes are both doing pretty even. The off laners are pretty even. Same for the supports. So far, things are culminating nicely here. So you see that mech, of course, from 33 was tried to be, you know, they tried to get a better fight out of it because of that, but you know, ended up just being that trade. Have to commit quite a bit to just kill the Enchantress.
Yeah.
And that was also Rolling Thunder with the Blink reveal. So Malrine did show that he's going to go Blink this game instead of going down that Orchid route that we have seen versus the Puck a lot of times.
I think Blink's way better. I think you don't...
I like it too.
You don't care about the Puck. You just care about making this Shadow Fiend's life miserable.
Yeah.
And there's going to be multiple ways that they can get on top of Mickey in the team fights. And obviously with this build-up, with the Master Managed Dragon Lance and now looking for the Manta Hurricane Pike, he doesn't want to get the BKB. That might be a problem, because if he gets jumped by this Rolling Thunder, you know, Legion's able to run up and get a duel on you with a Blade Mail.
I mean, it's a situation where you don't want to get the BKB because they can just reset off you, and then you can get dueled through it, and you can get lassoed through it. So there's answers for it. So you can understand why Mickey does want to go down green route.
For sure. It's the correct build. It's just it's definitely, I'd say, the more difficult position to play in this sort of game.
Absolutely.
And well, we'll see if Mickey can do it. So far, so good. He is yet to die on the Shadow Fiend,
and he does have protection, right? He does have. They don't actually have a point in Ice Path. That's a bit surprising from Insania. I guess he'll get it at 8. But they'll have Ice Path. They'll have the coverage of the Brew and stuff to potentially protect him. And Sidekick once there's more levels. So
absolutely. If he's able to hit, he's going to be healing.
He's going to be healing a lot. Yeah.
With the amount of damage, you know, how high the damage output is going to be from the SF.
And that's probably kind of the idea that they're going for, why he skips BKB, because they'll have these auras and this buff up just so they can stand his ground.
Sure.
Eventually maybe he'll have to get one, but yeah, wanting to stall it as long as possible because of those BKB piercing abilities. As Falcons smoked up, everything is ready. They've got that blink, and even he's done it again, Malrine. He goes for the shard. So I've seen this multiple times from him also, where he gets blink and just a shard to control people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's cool. If Malrine's able to identify the SF in the team fights, it's going to be a very tough mid-game for Liquid.
Nisha.
Snaking is happy to tank through this. He's going to try and throw out some raises. Snaking's just sort of chilling in the pond here. I'll make the jump back over to him. He's going to get dispelled by Amar. Dreamcoat's going to get laid down. Amar is looking for a duel. He's going to be able to find it. Do they have the damage to bring it down?
It is.
They do. Again, every duel here being won by Amar on the Legion. That one only just, but he gets it.
Snay is just baiting them like crazy.
Absolutely.
This heal is insane. I mean, we've seen this a lot from these Enches, but they don't have the way to burst him, and then he gets Presti attacked, and 33 gets put in an awkward position. It's just a natural duel there for Amar. That Blade Mail, it's done, and he's getting closer and closer to Blink.
Yeah, he's crushing it. We'll see this fight earlier over in the river.
Guess we're going to see the duels, right?
I think we're going to see some indecent duel highlights from Amar.
1.
Quick and easy 1.
2. 3.
Oh, we got every single one of them. Beautiful. And are we going to get the one we just had? Now we are. And this was quite a bold duel, because you never know against the Brewers. Like, can we kill this guy?
Because sometimes they do get the Void stance off, right? And that duel lasts like a quarter of a second or something like that, or what, like half a second. So does catch him into that Earth Brawler. Wasn't able to get that status resistance onto himself. Yeah, perfect stuff so far from Amar. The last pick is working out so far here.
It is.
And it's that one in particular is the most important one that they're able to do. If they can catch the Brew and burst him before the split, that's going to allow them to win most of those early team fights, even though they're versus Wombo combo team fight from Liquid.
They are. And
yeah, we saw that healing.
It is a close game on the numbers. It was 5-5. Top lane, they're going to try for Snake. Maybe now he's on his own, they can burst him nice and cleanly. They can. They deal with the Enchantress very quickly in a position like that.
Boxy's, he tends to be that strongest one versus this Enchantress as Marcy, always wanting that fast attack speed, or just some super high magic damage to be able to bring this hero down. Crit, he's got the blink done, so very good timing that he's been able to find on it. Even though he's 0-3, he's been able to get a good amount out of it.
Straight to the Roshan here for Liquid. They do it pretty quick, of course, with the right-click SF. Mickey
Yep.
Start laying down the raises.
And it's maybe a bit on... I mean, they throw the scan, but I don't know if they make it there in time at all.
He can't get her in time. And Marine, he's not really in a shape to get over there. He's low on the mana. I guess he's got the bottle in the arcane room, but yeah. Making this sort of move...
They're going to try to make it.
It's not going to come nearly fast enough. This Roshan's going down.
They can fight them outside of it, though, perhaps. If they see
I don't think they'd be scared about fighting into an Aegis.
Yeah,
I think they've got pretty strong Falcons. Even though, I said, the Goldie's pretty close, their heroes are pretty strong right now with the timings that they've hit.
Skeeter's gone for the fighting build, which I love this game. Just that Gleipnir to be able to join his team and get aggressive.
Oh, they're going for 33. See if they can burst him. Excellent angle on the Rolling Thunder into the duel. A beautiful start to the fight from Falcon to Marine. He's already onto the backlines. He's never get the jump onto the two of them. Liquid, this could be a tough fight for them to turn without their brew.
They're right on Mickey.
He's going to get the Requiem off. We'll get the pushback. Snake King's hit the Macropire. Is healing up, but he will get pulled back into the Macropire there by Boxy. They get something in return.
They used a lot. They did use all 3 ultis to make sure that they got the Brewmaster, and he is coming back soon. So Falcons have to be careful how they reset here. And I imagine they are just going to look to run since they did commit everything to kill Brew. And they will.
Although, yeah, great stuff from Falcons. Just being able to realize that they can kill this Brew. They can kill 33 at the start of the team fights. They're getting the chance to jump in every single time.
Nisha is getting a lot, though. I'm just watching how much he's farming, and you know, I will keep mentioning just because of the lack of control, that could potentially be problems. I've seen some of these pucks, if they get to late game, they also turn into carries, so just always have to watch that. And they did prioritize giving him the Aegis too, so really trying to make sure that Nisha can get to that point, it seems like. Falcons. I mean, with this triple blink, they definitely want to look to play fast. Even if they're playing into Aegis, they want to look to just get on top of this SF and sandwich him.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's what makes this game very exciting.
It's very exciting.
In terms of the SF, because it's really a sort of a make or break here in this position. Like, either Mickey doesn't get jumped, he's able to just tear through the team fights, get a Requiem off, and just slice through heroes with incredible physical damage he's going to be able to do. Or he gets jumped, fully controlled, and dies at the start of the fight, which absolutely can happen. His positioning and Liquid as a team, they have to be absolutely prepared to do everything to keep these heroes off the shadow field.
Yeah, and so far not bad. You know, he hasn't died.
He hasn't.
And
but he hasn't turned up to too many fights, right?
Sure.
Sort of that one up there where he Requiems and runs away. We're yet to sort of see him really get stuck in and start to kill the heroes in the team fight.
Yeah. And also they've not really gone for him fully as well too, right? They want to get 33. They have to make sure the Brew split doesn't go down. Sure. So yeah.
I think my concern is
what's up?
The Falcons, when they had the BKB on Skeeter, he can just kind of pop BKB, Gleipnir, run towards Mickey, pop his ult, and then what's Mickey gonna do? It's going to be difficult, right?
He's got to try to stand his ground.
Yeah, but he's going to be missing. The axes are coming out. He's missing his attacks.
Sure, right? But that's kind of the concept.
You can't hit.
Sure. That's kind of the concept, though, right? It's like they want to be able to just brute force through those fights with the sustain, since they have quite a bit of auras and stuff, so... Coil at 2. Amar's been caught.
That's a very good start here from Nisha. And I get the jump onto Amar. Yeah, beautiful setup from Nisha to get them the Legion kill. For what has been, the first time this game they're finally able to take out Amar. So if they can get the close in onto Snaking, they get the drag back with the Waning Rift. Do they want to dive this? They
sure do.
Boxy's in with the Unleash. A double kill for Boxy.
Yeah, so, I mean, the thing is, Mickey's not squishy, and that's the one thing also.
Sure.
He's got a lot of stats.
And I'll tell you what the thing is as well. I feel this is a game as well. If the Shadow Fiend, if Mickey's getting jumped and he is put under pressure, they've kind of got
They've got other tools.
They've got the Boxy.
They've got Boxy, they've got Puck.
On the Marcy, he's ready to carry a game if some of his cores get punished.
He's close to BKB. Yeah. This is probably one of the earlier... We haven't been seeing the rush of the BKBs as much. They're even prioritizing it. Look at this. They're giving him the last hit. So really, I like it too. Because they're making sure that they have this like 3 different types of forms of carries. Because at some point, Mickey will probably die at least once in this game. And then they need to have the Puck and the Marcy to be able to bring things back. My concern really is that, the 33 is falling a little bit behind. But I think that's why they're giving Boxy that extra bit of farm. Absolutely. Because 33, he's the aura by this game. This isn't Radiance and scaling Brew. It's the brews that you said, we kind of like to see. It's been working out with some of the other teams with this sort of approach. He's getting the Greaves, getting normally what the Pipe or the Crimson. This game, of course, he's opting for the Crimson. It's going to be that more effective. Yep. The win rate's not been great for him. Not for him, but for Ace in particular, who has been the one doing this build, it has been beautiful. It's looked good. And it absolutely works when you do have a support and a player like Boxy on his Marcy who can scale. Indeed, that's ready to start doing the scaling himself. I mean, whatever. For good reason, late game Marcy can be, you're killing the cores on your own sometimes. Yeah. especially like an Enchi and even a Pango if you do find them in a good position there to be able to bring them down. Yeah, we'll have to see whose idea was right? I feel like we hear that a lot from these players nowadays. It's just like, which idea is going to be right? Is it going to be the troll that gets on the SF? Is it going to be the multi-scaling from Liquid and stuff like that? It's an interesting one to see.
Oh, Malrine.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, they do. Mickey's able to get the push back as well with the Requiem. An incredibly dead Pangolier caught out on his own there on the corner of the map.
And that's, yeah, Boxy been able to pretty much finish off that BKB. This Aegis, it's been working really well versus the triple blinks. It seems like it slowed down Falcon's potential aggression that they wanted to do versus it, and they've gained a decent amount out of it. A 2K lead at least during that Aegis timing.
Absolutely, getting these, the kills against these two cores, what Amar, and then now onto Malrine. We're yet to die this game.
And I just keep clicking on Mickey. He's got Hurricane. It's all these stat items. He's got 3,000 HP, and if he gets the Lincolns, then he has protection versus the Legion duel on the Bat Rider.
I mean, it just goes to show, like, Mickey, how fast he's farming. This is a game in which, Troll Skeeter did not get a bad timing on the Maelstrom, but already there's a 3K gold difference between the two carries. I mean, as you say, maybe it's just he's going to be so far ahead that even if they do get on top of him,
he might be able to fight through it.
He's just going to be that tanky that he can survive long enough and indeed be able to fight back.
Definitely a possibility.
It's massive.
Because he's got the other thing we always have to talk about too is, I mean, it has to be talked about in this meta, is auras versus not auras. One draft is going to have pretty much all of them, and the other one might not have too many. I see that he's going for Crimson Guard on Amar.
He's got the catch here.
It's perfect timing.
The damage. Yes, he has. Another duel win for Amar. He's back in action.
Perfect timing for him to get
They're going to try and punish him, though. Boxy gets the jump in. The Unleash out as well. Ready to start pummeling into Amar. He's going to get dragged back and taken out. Amar will fall. Mickey turns up, gets the kill. More money for him.
Extra soul.
Well, that's true with this flawless game. He's going to start extending that max cap.
And he's going to be, we have to talk about the 20 talent, since usually he's not at it just yet, but that 20 talent is going to add a ton of damage as well, on top of him having auras, lifesteal, etc. Perfect catch though for Falcons. That's a very ideal timing that they can catch it, because it was right after the Aegis gets reclaimed. It's right before this puck is able to get that Lincoln's finished up. So it was a good catch. They do lose Amar for it, but it's good to slow down that momentum that's coming from the puck too.
This is so far exactly what we hope to see from these two teams.
Both teams are hitting their timings that they probably do want to have, so we'll have to see who's his right as Skitter finds an amp damage with his BKB done. So this is a fight that Falcons wants to look for.
Absolutely, they want to try and find a fight. Yeah, but especially with the amplified damage.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to see Skeeter going straight for the SF if he sees Mickey at the start as well. Just get on top of him.
Absolutely agree.
Because I think despite the fact that Mickey does have a lot of farm, the troll in his face, especially with an amp damage, could still be an issue.
Yeah. During the BKB. I think once the BKB ends, definitely some concern.
Absolutely, yeah. He has to make sure that, that the BKB is off. Ooh, boxing.
Split second. That was close. 30 seconds. Roche.
And they're going to actually, honestly, as well, Boxy's going to have a pretty good answer for the troll, right? If he's able to get this basher on top of the BKB, if he BKBs, Boxy Unleashes just starts hitting the troll whilst, Skeeter's trying to get on top of the cores.
There's definitely
it's just going to constantly be interrupting the troll's damage output during his BKB, which, as you say, is the crucial moment. It's crucial where Skeeter needs to be killing heroes, because as soon as that BKB's gone, he's going to have problems.
Yeah, there's going to be an unbelievable amount of disables. And if he doesn't get BKB off right at the start of these fights, the Brew, if he does get splits off also, will just throw him in the air in a lot of these situations. So, yeah. Now, this is going to be really interesting to see once those big fights do kick off, because as you said, Wombo combo for the side of Liquid, but Falcons have good ways to just initiate and start and maybe pop a hero until Lincolns come out, which are almost doubled now on Liquid. So they'll have Lincolns on Nisha, Lincoln's almost done on Mickey, and they have now the Crimson Guard on 33, and there's no Troll Ags. So there's no Dispel for this Crimson Guard this time around. Not yet, at least. It's going to take some time. Amp damage is popped.
Time to hit the high ground. Get some sort of reaction out of Liquid. Liquid, they're going to have to head over pretty quickly. Skeeter's going to be taking this down pretty fast. The fortification has to come out. Liquid with the high ground.
Malrine.
Malrine's going to get caught first. They catch him with the silent. Dream Card to follow up as well. Boxy straight in, and Malrine's having to get off to the side of the Rolling Thunder. He is away. Skeeter, he's in with the BKB. Pops the battle trance, looks straight over towards Boxy. Boxy gets
they break the Lincolns. They're on Mickey.
Boxy still surviving. Finally falls. Malrine jumps over there off the cliff here. Mickey ready to turn.
In trouble.
I mean, Mickey can start hitting back now. Now the BKB and the battle chance to come to an end. Skeeter's got nothing to save himself. Amar, he'll try and run, but Nisha jumps forward. They're going to be able to catch him as well. Liquid, more than ready for the fight there. Able to take it in a beautiful style there on the high ground. Maureen, he gets away.
But they caught him at the start of it. He gets pretty much nothing off.
Yeah, he has to run.
And it took them a long time to bring down Boxy, even though they got the duel. They broke the Lincolns and dueled Mickey. There was no follow-up whatsoever. It took too long in this fight, and we're seeing that Liquid lineup of everything coming together. You know, they have kind of like 3 cores in a way to be able to deal a ton of damage.
And it just took Skeeter so long to really threaten Boxy.
Yeah.
Boxy lived through this for a very long time. Absolutely. Crimson, as you said, purchased just before this fight, making it that much more difficult for Falcons to really find anything in return. They just get Boxy, and they're not able to do anything about the other cores.
And Owen Roche is up, and they can kill it incredibly fast.
Quickly, absolutely. They're going to check it out a little too early. It spawns afterwards.
They're making the play instead. They have a ward. They're trying to go for that. That ward is despawning. They're trying to make an aggressive play on top of it for a second, perhaps.
I think if they would have checked back, they would have gone for it, because they still have like 40 seconds to kill it before it moves. And with the damage that Mickey's team's doing, they would have had that. Oh, and if Falcons get it now,
they have 30 seconds to kill it, though.
Oh, they're coming. Oh, 33's gone in. Oh, he's gone in to start things. Boxy's going to put the BKB. I mean, Liquid, they're not afraid of fighting.
They're on Skeeter.
The super strong. The duel's going to come out. But the ult here, Skeeter's here.
Crimson Guard.
Now, but indeed, slowly taking Boxy down. He's barely able to take Boxy down. He can't take Boxy down. Boxy survives. Skeeter goes down. Jump forward onto Snaking. Liquid, they're going to take the fight again.
They're smashing these fights. This Crimson is demolishing the troll. He doesn't do any damage.
He really isn't. He's falling behind massively now with the way the last few fights have gone. 9K lead now for Liquid.
Nisha wants more, but probably can't continue chasing forward here. They can go back for that Roche. Maureen trying to shove some lanes out, some lanes out, but these are 2 massive fight wins.
The high ground.
They're going high ground.
They know that Skeeter is not going to be in any sort of shape to buy back.
There's no glyph.
A beautiful couple of fights from
They're going tier 4s. They know there's no glyph.
Oh, they are.
And Mickey just hit 20, so his damage is through the roof.
I mean, they know that Skeeter's not going to have buyback likely.
They might just be able to end it.
They just might be able to do so.
I think they can end it.
They've got to do something now, because Crit's going to jump in. Amar's going to get right into the midst of the fight, but again, the Crimson is popped. They just don't have the damage to fight through this Crimson. The timings of the auras have been perfect for Liquid. The tier 4s have fallen. They'll look towards Amar. Amar, he's got the duel ready. Is he able to find any sort of target to take out Mickey? He's just too far. They can barely damage this SF right now. The buybacks, they're flying out here from Falcons in a flurry of desperation to keep this game alive. They're going for the lasso attempt. They've got Mickey caught in the lasso. So Mickey's having to push himself out to the side with the Hurricane Pike. He's keeping his distance.
He's healing. The ice path.
The ice path down from Insania. Mickey surviving against it all. Finally, the duel comes in. They finally killed him off. It's a triple kill for Skeeter. Falcons. They will hold. They have to buy back on the 2 of them. But they force Liquid out of the base. Liquid, they do not get away. We're trying to go all in on the Ancient. At least not yet.
Not yet.
The tier 4's full.
Skeeter
the Ancient's exposed. But Falcons have defended.
How many? What was that? 2 buybacks at least there?
Crit and Amar.
Whew. I mean, Liquid, they go for the big play to go for this attempt to get anything. They get the disables. They are able to control Mickey long enough. Oh, man. Falcons.
What a hold. I mean, that was a point where you can absolutely see why Liquid went all in on that.
Absolutely. I mean,
there was an opportunity. There was a chance.
Yeah, especially with the Bruce play with the Crimson. We saw all the block damage. But, yeah, those buybacks coming in and the control. And now Skeeter, I think the most important thing is he gets every kill. So we were talking about the Crimson Guard.
He got so much money.
He almost has the Ags. So the Dispel is going to perhaps be there. And they can get the Roche. Liquid, they went for a ballsy play, but they could get punished for it here.
With that play as well, you got to remember, they didn't even get any racks.
No racks.
They didn't get any racks. They went straight for the tier 4, straight for the Ancient. They felt that they had it. They felt strong. They did not. Falcons, they hold, they get the Roshan, and this game, it ain't over yet.
It's gotten spicy, and now Snaking's getting some of these auras too. He's got the pipe, he's going for at least a solar crest for his team. Alrighty, and I think the AC is almost done for Maureen, so yeah, some timing's being hit now too, and the Ag Skeeter is definitely the most important one. We saw this Crimson kind of just doing everything there in these last few ones. He'll have the Dispels. Oh boy. Did Liquid go a little too far? They still have a good lead. They still have Basher, still have a ton of items on everybody here.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey's still huge. You know, obviously did die the once. He's going to get some of his souls permanently taken away there, capped down towards 20. He'll have the Butterfly next time round, and of course, that's still going to come at a time where there won't be any direct answer to the evasion.
I mean, they are still absolutely massive, but Falcons has been given a chance in this game.
Liquid, they're going to look to go again. Of course, they know. I mean, sure, whilst Crit also doesn't have buyback, the fact that Amar's is gone is going to be pretty huge. If they can find the Legion, there will be quite the window to push, and indeed, as we see, it's actually financial reasons. Some of the rest have not got buyback. Skeeter, despite that fight, did obviously go in on the Axe because he needs to.
He absolutely
and he has the safety of the Aegis. They take him out twice in a fight. It could still be rough. Liquid, they're going to look for some action coming in with the smoke. Torment has taken Snake and grabs the shard.
And yeah, we'll have to see Amar in particular. You know, you're mentioning him. He has no BKB or anything, so if they do catch him with... If they catch him in a coil or anything in particular, he is very likely to go down. They can also throw him up during the duel and stuff like that. So let's see the teamfight execution as Liquid went for a risky play, and Falcons have gotten an opportunity to get more scaling on Skeeter. Liquid playing around their vision here. Just yeah, Mickey still super strong, especially with that timing of Butterfly before any MKBs are even close to the horizon.
That's going to be sort of the next... The current window, right? If they can find a fight before this MKB is out on patrol, it's going to feel pretty good. But if Skeeter gets that MKB before Liquid are able to progress the game anymore, and Liquid are going to fall into more difficulties, then it's getting closer and closer to the point where Skeeter will be able to get on top of this SF.
Yeah, and then he'll
have a free chance to play the game. We saw even there, right, when they were going for the game and going for the throne, even with sort of all the kiting and control, Mickey did still eventually die.
Yes.
You know, with all this farm, he's not untouchable.
Liquid, I mean, still a bit afraid because of this Aegis, even though there is no MKB, they are expecting this type of movement that's coming out from Falcons. He bought the Javelin, so I mean, Skeeter is just going all in, and it does give him a little bit of pierce. It's not MKB by any means, but it's a slight extra bit on top of the Maelstrom, which gives him some extra bit as well.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of the percentage ends up. It's what, a 25, and then if you miss that, you get another 25% chance. So
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd say it's probably like a 30 to 40% chance.
It's like 37.2, 37.5 or something. I don't remember.
Into account with the evasion. He's going to be getting some hits.
Some hits for sure. Yeah,
a decent amount, honestly. It is good to get the Javelin.
And Boxy, do have to talk about him. He almost is level 18, so that level 3 Unleash is going to be online as well to be able to just flurry down these targets too. He could do quite a bit of damage in this next upcoming fight too.
Might jump the support. Nothing showing. Do they want to try and start things with a quick attempt at an Enchantress kill? They'll see what they can poke out.
He has a craggy code too, so he is unbelievably tanky now at this point too. Lane's also not in the best position here for Liquid. Probably want to go to split push these. Another, even more kind of, this isn't an aura, but it's a kind of pseudo-ish aura, I guess you could say. 33 goes for Halberd. So another thing that he can throw on either the Legion or onto this Troll Warlord once these BKBs are coming down, since it's undispellable, of course. So cool to see. First time this patch. 33 really taking, you know, the back foot here, just being that true support Brewmaster. Liquid just trying to play around these high grounds until that Aegis gets reclaimed before they look to push for a fight.
If an opportunity arises, they will still try, even though the Aegis is still there for a minute.
If they can get a big coil into like this Requiem, they still have this Wombo combo.
It does feel a bit risky though. Like, do they really have to push it before the Aegis goes?
I would imagine they wait for the timing, but they're still playing around vision.
Try and fight into this Aegis. I mean, Skeeter's more than happy to turn and fight back. He's going to look towards 33.
Ice path.
Will get clipped by the Ice Path. See where he's ready to turn towards now. They're going to be able to go towards Mickey. Mickey needs help. Skeeter's in on top of him. Skeeter will get caught for the step. He's able to put the BKB. The rolling thunder continues to control
They're on Mickey.
They're in on top of the SF. Will get forced out to the side. Mickey puts the man to turn things around. He's beating into Amar. Mickey's getting solid, but he's surviving. The life still comes into play. Mickey will not fall quite yet. They've taken out the troll the once. Can they do it a second time?
Mickey's still alive.
Ready for round 2. Impetus is flying over towards Mickey. Mickey backing up, relying on Boxy Nisha to keep the others of Falcon held away from him, so Mickey can stand his ground, turn, start to get the right
trouble.
Back in. Skeeter, he's getting focused down here by Mickey.
He's going down.
Mickey able to play from the distance. As
they
Liquid,
fight through the Aegis.
They hold the fight in a beautiful position. Snake King. See if he's able to retreat from this. Either way, it's 3 dead on Falcons. Again, no buybacks on any of them. They get the jump on the Snake King inside of the base. He's healing up, but Mickey forces in a couple of raises, trying to get him. Snake King looks like he will live.
They want the throne, Owen.
They're going to jump in, and they will kill him off. And now, no buybacks. They don't have it. Skinner's got a 90. They've got a fortification, and just Malrine on his own in an attempt to hold on into this competition. And Malrine knows he can't do it. Amar's already called it. GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, Liquid are going to the ground.